Random winner is
Jeremy Zargami. Wow, friend of the show.
Congratulations to Jeremy Zargami. He just won this right here. Boom, to everyone point up.
Also, he has a great...
Point up, everyone. Gosh, you won, Jeremy Zargami. You won the mouthpiece. Send us your address, message us, and we'll get it to you. Guys, we have an amazing show for you today. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about the Khabib, Justin Gaethje fight. We're going to talk a little bit of fight news. And we have a special guest today, actually the sponsor of this show, because guess what? We're doing another giveaway, which you can find out at the end of the show, and we'll talk about it. So, guys, let's get this show started. Hit the music. What's up? Everybody. Jeremy Zargami just won. Y'all want another giveaway? We got one. Thai food. Chinese food. Yeah. Dim sum. It's still Chinese. I could tell you really mad. Cause I've been doing things that you really can't. And we be keeping bitches with a big ass. Making big moves. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the We Out Here MMA show, not podcast. What a great day to be alive. Some of us don't have hair blanc. Some of us wearing beanies of the sponsor of the show. Show it. And some of us dress like, I don't know, Theo from the Huxtable family.
And some of us get haircuts without telling anybody and come looking all cute and shit and scrumptious.
Ooh, take one more button down. Show that tattoo. Or maybe don't show the tattoo, because I feel like you said you would get in trouble if you show parts of it. Anyways... Right? Let's get right into it, guys. A really huge fight this past weekend. We're going to do a fight recap, no cap. UFC 254, Muradov versus Gaethje. And let me tell you guys, what a fight. So much emotion. So much just anxiety and nervous energy watching that fight. We'll just get right to it. Khabib won. Your boy, Khabib, won. And not only did he win, he retired in the cage, took off his gloves, made eye contact with all of us out there and let us know, I love you. Mm-hmm. And I did this for you, Papa. So, Nick, let's just get your thoughts. Wherever you want to start, how you felt leading up to it. Because I know I was with you, and you were, some may say, too much energy sometimes. But also, you brought it down when you felt the emotion when he won. Wherever you want to start, Nick, just give me your thoughts.
I'll just say this. Khabib proved how dominant he really was, because he retired. But the thing about it is, Justin Gaethje is a fucking animal. He's a killer. Mm-hmm. And he made him look ordinary that night, with a broken foot, with a couple broken toes. This dude had mumps in the beginning of his training camp. Can you believe that shit? What the fuck is mumps? That's like an old-timey disease, And this dude had it at the beginning of his camp. And apparently he didn't have the best camp. And that's why he was very thankful when he made weight on the scale, which everyone wants to bitch about. So he made weight. Okay? He made weight. Yeah. With that being said, he controlled the fight at his pace, and he put it on Justin. He fought him where he's at his best. Took his best shots and submitted him the way he wanted to do it, So, like, the domination that he showed on that fight was truly spectacular. We talked about it in the last show. We said, if he makes us look easy,
you said inshallah. First of all, you said inshallah.
Inshallah.
No, insalada.
Inshallah.
No, that's what Alex was saying. But he just showed how dominant he was and how great he really is. And it sucks because he retired, and I think it's for a good reason. And I really think he's officially done. It's amazing to see someone that great at what he does. And I think we're all privileged to be able to see that performance.
Wow. Well said. Alex, I hope you sound as presidential as that. Continue.
On my 6th day in office,
we'll all have enchiladas for lunch.
No, bro. I thought I had so many messages about this fight on Instagram, because I'm Instagram famous. I had so many DMs, bro, that asked me, like, who do you got? And I gave the same answer. I said,
Gaethje.
I said, I was like, gun to my head, if I'm about to die.
Don't! Dude! Nick, call him out, Nick. Call this fool out.
Hey, no. no.
Tell her to play the clip. Tell Gabby to play the clip. Tell Gabby to play the clip.
Play the clip, Gabby.
I think Gaethje goes in there, rolls, rocks him, gets on top of him, finishes him off, runs on that cage, does his patent backflip off there, and new baby, Inshallah Gaethje, baby, let's go.
Every day, this guy would tell me how much Justin was going to win.
Yes!
I was like, you know what? He has a really good shot, and I thought if anyone can beat him, it's going to be Justin, right? That's what everybody said. Everybody, as far as fighters across the board, picked Justin Gaethje, including my guy Alex Acosta. Because
can I finish now though?
No. Hey, first, if you
guys,
you ain't got the kettle water, then steam out.
Can I finish?
You guys always give me shit about how I say, well, here's the thing. So you can't
play montage. Go ahead.
You cannot play this shit about how hard you were going for Justin Gaethje.
But if a gun was to my head, gun to your head, you're saying Gaethje. Go ahead, Alex.
Finish? Like what?
You were gonna bet $1,000 that Justin Gaethje was gonna win.
Bob, go, hurry up, Alex. Go.
He starts talking.
I know he's like.
Is that your Korean Bobby accent?
It sounds Mexican. Jess.
No, because on the day of the fight, I was like, I don't know. You put a gun to my head and say you have to make a decision right now who's gonna win because of how dominant he was, Khabib. But I told everybody, I was like, Gaethje is gonna win this fight. I was like, I was the whole thing too with the whole weight scale and shit like that. When I saw that, I thought Gaethje was gonna win the fight. I was like, I think Gaethje has all the skills in the world to keep pressure on Khabib. I thought he was going to do what he did with the leg kicks. I mean, he did land a lot of
that same energy.
leg kicks.
Have that same energy.
But I was proven wrong, bro.
Okay, it's all
you
you gotta
sad
say.
when Justin Gaethje?
I was sad. I was sad when
I was sad too,
lost,
man.
but I was more sad like in the first round, Gaethje looked good for like 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden he looked completely gassed and like looked really weird. And like when we were first watching, I was like, oh, maybe there was a headbutt. We were asking about that made him rocked, and I was like, no, I think Khabib caught him in one of those exchanges with like his striking, and just I think that literally threw Justin off completely. And that's because all of a sudden you see Justin throwing those wild haymaker punches that he used to do in like his first couple fights. So
yeah, I want to jump off that. I think you make a really good point. I think why Justin was so gassed, and how I felt watching the fight was just almost like in shock of how much Khabib was inshallah I was that Khabib kept pressing, but not pressing to take down, pressing to fucking stand up. Yeah. And I think that took Justin in a whole other mindset where he's like, first of all, now I'm getting pressured, but I'm not even having to worry about the takedown because the guy's trying to rip my head off with uppercuts and straights. And then it's like, I think that's when it kicked in, like old habits, like you were saying, Alex, starting to get tired, and it starts just swinging. And when you see the swing, you're like, he's going to take him down. And what happens? Gets taken down. So
but also
Khabib,
too, it's like,
oh God, so dominant.
He was level changing the whole time. He was feinting the shakedowns, making Justin react. And I think he wanted to make a point in this fight. Everybody shits on Khabib's striking, right? They're like, oh man, if he fights the way he did against Alec Acosta. I'm sick and tired of that argument, by the way.
First of all, who are these people that talk like this? This is insane.
Brendan Schaub, he says that all the time. He always mentions Alec Acosta, the fight, and it's like, I get annoyed with it. But here's the thing.
Shots fired.
Here's the thing. No, I like Brendan Schaub. Here's the thing. He put the pressure. He put Justin on the back foot. Everybody thought he was going to, and he did it with his striking, not with his wrestling. He blitzed forward. I think he took Justin's, like a good shot from Justin and was like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
He took
and just was relentless. And this is what people talk about in the training room. When they talk about Khabib and his stand-up, they always say how smothering he is, how much he presses forward. And he just, and especially in the first round against a guy like Justin Gaethje, he probably was expecting him to take him down right away or shoot right away. And I think he wasn't expecting that. And he got caught off guard, like what Alex was saying. So, and the constant threat of the takedown is always there. Yeah. So I don't know, man. He showed so much of his game that we probably weren't expecting. His submission game, when he took down Justin Gaethje, I thought he was going to start ground and pounding.
It was almost weird seeing him go into armbar. I was like, this is weird.
Well, apparently, right? I think going off of what DC was talking about, how he didn't want to put him in an armbar because that was he didn't want to break his arm.
I thought he wouldn't want to punch him.
No.
Well, I think that has to do with it too. Like, because he didn't punch him on the ground at all.
No.
As soon as he got on top, he just went for he was fishing for the triangle, and then the armbar triangle, combination. Apparently, that's his dad's favorite submission. So this dude was fishing for that as soon as he got to the ground, which is
amazing.
Just shows the level and the consideration, how much he respects Justin Gaethje. And when Justin Gaethje, when Khabib started crying right after, that was so emotional. It was amazing. There was not my eyes were like tearing up. My eyes were all red and I was sniffling and shit. But then what made it cooler was how Justin Gaethje came up and, hey, dude, I'm emotional, okay? And how Justin Gaethje
was
came
with
up
you. You were literally eating
him.
Tostinos, pizza rolls by yourself.
We don't eat Tostinos in my house. It's DiGiorno all day.
Ooh.
Okay? Yeah. But the way he embraced him and the way Justin took the loss, it's like, how do you not like Justin, man? I hope he becomes future champ, and he's just such a great guy. I love him too.
And then bouncing off that, Alex, we all think Justin's awesome. We all think Gaethje's awesome. So where do you see Gaethje going next? Do you think he gets right back in it? Do you think he kind of resets, reevaluate, or was it not? I want to say fluke, but like we already knew what Khabib was going to do. So Justin doesn't have to go back to the drawing board as much, but just like recover and then get into the next fight. What do you think happens to him?
I think so. And like the way that Justin like was reacting after the fight and stuff, like it kind of felt to me like he knew like, all right, he's a step up for me. I might not win this fight, right? So he was just like, whatever. Like I'm gonna go in there. At least I get to have a fight against the best in the world, whatever, like that. Mm-hmm. But like he had said, he didn't take too much damage. I mean, he got choked out. It's not like he got knocked out and beaten up a bunch. I think, like he said, he's like, give me 6 to 8 weeks, he's ready to fight. But I mean, they have the fight with Dustin and McGregor. I think they're probably going to end up making that the vacant title fight. I don't see why they wouldn't, because it's Conor McGregor, right? And that's going to make Dana White a lot of money. So why wouldn't they do that? So I feel like he fights the winner of that. I think Justin has earned that.
He should. Let's all do it together. One time. 1, 2, 3.
Inshallah.
And that's how conversion happens. We're all Muslim now. And that's what happens. Yep. It's through fighting. So, stop it, guys. Keep fighting. Stop it, guys. Stop sitting around. Keep fighting. All right, guys, go really quick to our co-main event. We have Robert Whittaker, Jared the Rock holder, Cannonier. Unanimous decision by Robert Whittaker. I'm going to ask you both one question. We saw how that fight played out. Robert picked him apart. Not too much to Jared kind of came back, but it is what it is. You saw how it played out. So the one question, the one question I have to both of you is, does Izzy fight Robert? And do we get Izzy at Whittaker 2? Or does Izzy move on and go to 205 or fight someone else? What's the fight to make? Really quick matchmaker. Alex, you go first.
If he stays at middleweight, he fights Robert Whittaker. If he doesn't, then if he doesn't want to stay at middleweight, then he goes up and fights 205. He basically has all the choice in the world right now.
But what do you think he makes? That's why I asked the question.
Oh, what do you think he does?
Yeah,
I think he fights Whittaker because it was the biggest gate ever in the UFC. It was one of the highest.
Was it really?
Yeah, biggest live gate.
The biggest live gate.
So I mean,
more than GSP. He beat out GSP, huh?
Yep, they beat
55.
GSP.
Yeah.
So I mean,
because of the Marvel Arena.
Obviously, it makes him a lot of money. It's a big fight, and especially in that side where they're from, New Zealand, Australia. So I think he fights him.
All right, Nick. What do you think he does? Do you think he takes that Whittaker fight, like Alex says, again? Or do you think he's kind of like, I want another challenge? I want something else?
I think he wants another challenge.
At middleweight?
No, I think he goes to 205. Why not? Why not? Let's see it happen.
If you say he goes to 205, that means you're trying to call out Adesanya for saying he was trying to Doug Jones this whole time.
Ooh.
So how dare you? And Izzy's coming on next week, so how dare you?
I'm a big Izzy fan. I'm a big Izzy fan.
I'm going to say,
watch your mouth.
You're a big Jan fan.
I called that fight to the T, the Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier fight.
All right, cut to the clip that doesn't exist.
I said he was going to fight him like Till. Strike, get out. Pop in.
Okay. Cut to that clip of him saying, I had a gun to my head, and it was a Nerf gun. That's why the pick didn't really matter. All right, guys, we have our quick picks for UFC Fight Night, Hall versus Silva. But before we get started, you guys are like, oh, isn't it always between Alex Acosta and Nick, whatever his middle name is, the ear? What is it?
Jarone.
Nick Jarone ear Dunn. And you guys like their picks, but we're adding a third. We're adding a third intellectual MA mind. This guy's world-renowned.
Massachusetts mind, he says.
He's great. He's a businessman. He's from Mass. Boss Mass? Is that what it is? It Boss Mass? I don't know.
I'm from New York, sir.
He's from New York, dude.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Jesus.
Anyways, guys, give it up for the one and only Dylan. I think Italian last name, Lipari. Dylan Superare. Dylan, what is up, my friend?
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. That was the best
so happy to have you
introduction
here.
I've ever received.
Dylan, what a flex to be in your own warehouse to show off all the assets you own and how
you guys-
poor we are.
You guys like all the shin guard backs and all the boxing shoes?
Ooh, and all the Jessies back there.
Dude, I bet
Jesse's. I gotta get me a Jesse.
Dude, people are probably wondering, who is this skinny Dana White? So, Dylan, can you introduce yourself to our audience? Tell them what you do, the amazing stores that you own, and what the stores offer.
And your age.
Yeah, and how old you are, because you look young and
your sign.
but also old.
I'm Dylan. Me and my brother own a company and stores called Superare Fight Goods, where the world gets their fight gear. We specialize in boxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, and non-douchey apparel. Built the stores out of passion. I'm 31, just so you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, a handsome 31.
Thanks, man. You know, I look both young and old all at once.
I don't know who said that, but you should not listen to them.
Where are your shops at?
We have 3. We have our first location is in Long Island, or on Long Island, rather. That one's been there for 10 years. We have a location in the Lower East Side of Manhattan in New York City. That one's been there for 6 years. And then we have a store in Los Angeles, which I'm currently in right now. And that's
Where the God works.
Fun fact, guys. Alex Lifgod works at Superwear Los Angeles, and Alex, this is
That's
actually
my boss right there, bro.
But we're not we're not actually talking about MMA. This is actually your performance evaluation live here. We out here. MMA. So Dylan, give it to us. What are your thoughts on Alex's work performance?
We wrecked ship yesterday, bro.
So I mean, like, we might as well lead into it. The first fight we have is Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. Main event. Also, sadly, Anderson Silva's retirement fight. But before we even get to talking about the great GOAT, Anderson Silva, I heard that Anderson Silva actually comes to your shop quite often. Are there any crazy stories or anything from that?
He's a regular here, which is the coolest thing ever. That is never not cool to me. Every time he comes in, it is always the coolest thing. Never gets old. I mean, like, when he first came in, he was just so overwhelmingly nice and wearing like a pink sunburst shirt. It was only that man can pull that off. He's just
and Nick Dunn, because that's all he.
Why not? Why not?
He's I wish I had better. I mean, the coolest story I have, dude, was going to train at Black House with my friend Albert Morales, and
shout out the
Warrior. I fucking love that man.
He's awesome, man.
He's like one of my best dudes, and he beats the shit out. Actually,
he's calling you right now, huh?
Yeah,
Anderson Silva's striking coach is calling me right now.
Shut up, man. You know what?
Jason Park.
Yeah, Jason's calling me right now.
Here, put him on the Zoom call. Well, guys, give it up for Dylan Lipari. That was the We Out Here MMA guest.
Sorry, I thought that I would be able to bring Jason in.
And would have been exclusive.
It didn't work out. Well, what are the odds, dude? I can't believe
That's crazy.
Dude.
I love that guy. He's I've trained with Jason too. He's a super unique way of coaching that resonates.
Dylan, I was just telling him yesterday that Anderson's wife came in.
Oh, it's his manager.
Oh, that's his manager? Oh, okay.
Hey, Alex, way different story you were sharing.
How did you get wife?
Bro, listen. Let me. Hey, can I explain myself? What? Hey, can I explain myself?
We're gonna edit all this out.
Yeah,
because I didn't know who she was. She was talking to Dylan, and she's like, I've been with Anderson for 10 years. So in my head, I'm like, oh, this is his wife.
Or manager.
Yes.
Or manager. Hey, Alex, clearly it's manager.
Hey, guys.
Got it?
Guys.
Oh, ensalada. Okay, ensaladas. All right, guys. Well,
manager was in yesterday.
Let's get into it, guys. We have our first fight, the main event, Anderson Silva's retirement fight. Before we get into the analysis, I just wanted to go to each and one of you and talk about Anderson a bit, like what your favorite fight memory or just even press conference memory or a favorite story from Anderson Silva. So I want to go to Nick first. Nick, what is your favorite Anderson Silva moment?
I think it has to be between either Forrest Griffin when he fought Forrest Griffin or when he fought Stephan Bonner, and the way he just showed that there's levels to this game. You know, like the way he was dodging kicks from Stephan Bonner, put his back against the cage, and just KO'd him with a flying knee to the stomach and lifted Stephan Bonner off the ground.
Ooh,
that was pretty fucking cool. And the way he knocked out Forrest Griffin with the jab, and then hearing Forrest Griffin talk about it afterwards is probably one of the funniest moments ever. So I think it has to be a toss-up between those two.
Does that
one can steal mine.
Does that make the Bonner versus Griffin fight be like, oh, those guys just both sucked?
Hey, whoa, watch your mouth, bro.
I'll say it. I'm not friends with either of them. I'm not even friends with them.
I mean,
what that just shows, is how good Anderson Silva really is.
Dylan, is there a favorite memory or just an Anderson Silva moment you've had?
Or Anderson Silva hangout because he gets to hang out with him?
I have
Ooh,
two.
hit me with both, sir.
And then Jason called. So favorite Anderson Silva fight, I believe, is for me would either be either when he knocked out Vitor Belfort.
Yeah.
Front kick
with a very disrespectful foot to the face.
So disrespectful.
Or when he fought Chael Sonnen, because that was a fucking war, dude.
Yeah.
First one for sure.
Yeah, like, it was an absolute war.
Yeah. Alex, was that your?
No, he has two, bro.
Oh wait,
two. Relax.
Shit,
Bro.
relax.
Sorry,
You got a haircut
sorry,
and shit, all of a
Dylan.
sudden
I apologize.
And then my favorite Anderson Silva moment was when I walked into Black House to train with Albert, and he was there finishing up whatever training he was doing. I don't think he had a fight coming up. I think he was just training.
he was there to spar you.
Well, fuck, I'd die. I'd get knocked out by the wind of his punch. But he was wearing super rare shin guards. He was wearing super rare gloves. And he took them off and came right up to me and addressed me by name. And was like, Dylan, it's so good to see you. And I was like,
that's a good Anderson, dude.
You're a really good Italian chef. Either one.
No, that's Anderson, bro. That's Anderson.
I was like, I literally looked him dead in the eyes and I was like, Anderson, it is so cool you know my fucking name. And then he looks at me and he's just like, you have to stop saying that, man. I love your store. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, it's just like, that was super cool, man. Because
That's awesome.
He is, like, I personally think Khabib is the greatest of all time, but Anderson is the greatest of all time before Khabib. And I don't think there'll ever be another Anderson Silva moment outside of him, you know, I don't know, embracing me to show me how to jab better. Very similar to what Frank Grillo did to Alex. I don't know if Alex ever told you that story.
Really? You're friends with Frank Grillo? Jesus.
Bro, he held me, bro.
He held Alex, dude. I swear to God.
He canceled then.
Might be a story for another podcast, but it was one of the funniest moments that happened in the LA store for me personally.
That's so
dope. Those are cool. Alex.
Top that, Alex.
Did the GOAT ever know you by first name?
No. Want to know what's funny, right? So I work at Superare on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, right? And Anderson Silva's been one of my favorite fighters growing up and shit. And I'm gonna get to my two stories because everybody else had two stories. But anyways, I'm sitting there. I haven't met him yet, right? At the store, and I've been dying to meet him. I have an Anderson Silva sweater, all that type of shit. Dylan's talking to his manager. He's like, "Yeah, bring him in on Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday, or Saturday." I'm like, "Why every day when I'm not here? I don't understand."
Better pick up a shift. You know what I mean? You better pick up a fucking shift, dude.
Oh, you haven't met him? I'm like, no, what the fuck, bro? Anyways, so
yeah, Jesse, stop taking Alex's shifts.
Yeah, what the fuck, Jesse?
No,
Jesse,
the other guy that works with us, Esco, gets to meet Anderson Silva every fucking Friday. They're best friends and shit. It's like
they're in a couple of group chats together with Dylan.
Yeah, not you, Alex. You're not in that group chat.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
So my thing. So when I was younger, when UFC used to be on Spike TV, right? So they used to have it on Spike TV, and they used to play UFC Unleashed, where they used to have old fights. And I was probably in high school at the time, and we didn't get to watch the live pay-per-views and shit because my dad wasn't really into it. So UFC Unleashed was how I watched a lot of fights. I remember used to watch it GSP and Matt Serra and all those fights on there. But then they showed Anderson Silva and Chris Lieben, and I knew who Chris Lieben was because of Ultimate Fighter. So I was like, oh, this is a cool fight. I haven't watched Chris Lieben fight in a long time. and I watched Anderson Silva hit him with that bing, 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 and that motherfucker fell on the floor. I was like, yo. So that's the first time I watched Anderson Silva. So I remember like every summer and all through at night watching UFC Unleashed, just hoping for them to show him the fights. And then I think my favorite fights with Anderson Silva have to be the Rich Franklin 1 and 2, because Rich Franklin was so good at the time.
Yeah,
he was so good, and Anderson Silva beat him the same way in both fights, throwing the knees straight into his face. I was like, dude, this guy is insane. Like, this guy knew what he was really strong at, and he allowed him to get him right back into it and knee him right in the face again. And then after that, I mean, he was just on his tear, right? Because that's when he got the title.
Yeah.
So those are my Anderson Silva moments. The next one will be when he comes into Super Rare, when I'm there and he signs my sweater, inshallah, Justin Gaethje's champ by 2021.
And then he's like, I'm also not Islam, I'm not Muslim. But okay, I'll write that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna steal one from Dylan at Dylan Superare, by the way, on Instagram. I'm gonna steal his fight. I think my favorite fight was the Vitor Belfort. The build up to that, the way it happened, and then the moment.
Jabberwocky mask. Do you remember that?
That's the moment for me. That's when you never got to see like I don't know, fighting. Anderson's always like very respectful, humble. That was the first time he was actually motivated. He got to talk shit with someone that spoke his language. So he was in his face saying, you're fake, you're fake. And bro, that buildup was nuts. Because I think Anderson Silva, even in Brazil, was not as big as Vitor. So when he beat Vitor, that's when he got the best sponsorship of all time, a Burger King. So that is my favorite moment. When you go Burger King, you know you big. You're Floyd Mayweather big when you got Burger King as a sponsor. So let's get to nitty gritty. Dylan, how do you see this fight playing out? Anderson Silva, Uriah Hall, who do you have? I think I know who you're going to say, but tell me how this fight plays out.
Personally, I think I'm excited for this fight. It's the first Anderson Silva fight in recent memory I've actually been looking forward to watching, mostly because I feel like this is a very winnable matchup for him. I think, I don't know why he was fighting guys like Daniel Cormier or Israel Adesanya. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude's like he's over 40. Like, what? So, like, I think this is a very winnable fight, which is why I think Anderson's going to win. I think Uriah Hall is very streaky. He's been a big Super Rare supporter since we were East Coast MMA. Nothing but love for the guy. But I do think that he took a lot of his style from Anderson Silva, and Anderson Silva is just going to show him who does it better. So I think it goes, personally, I think Anderson Silva knocks him out. TKO, second round.
Oh, shit.
You hear that, Uriah Hall? I guess you're not shopping at Super Rare no more.
Uriah Hall was the first signing we ever had as a company at the MMA Expo in New York. True story.
Wow. Interesting. Well, there you go. Dylan has it all his bases covered just for safety.
Full circle.
This guy's a real politician. Screw Trump and Biden. This guy, he knows how to play it all.
Dylan for president, dude.
Dylan 2024.
Let's go, baby.
Alex, who you got, and how do you see this playing out?
I have Silva, and my thing is this: like watching Uriah fight, kind of like what Dylan said.
He said Uriah fall, like he already was.
Yeah, because
he about to get dropped.
He is finna fall, but let me finish. Why? You know, so like he's hit and miss. Like he has good fights and he has bad fights, there's fights where he looks like once it immediately does not go his way, like in one exchange, he looks like he does not want to be there a lot. And I think Anderson Silva is so good striking wise. I mean, it's not like Anderson's fighting someone that has like an insane striking that he hasn't seen, right? He fought Israel Adesanya, was the only person not to get finished by Israel Adesanya as well. Keep that in mind, right? So I think he's gonna win. I think it's gonna be a submission. Honestly, I think he's gonna stand up with him for a while. I think he will eventually actually take down Uriah Hall and tap him out. And I'm saying like in the third round because it's a 5-round
I think you make a really good point, only because I feel like every time Anderson Silva in his later age or stage, every time he stands up, he gets fucking busted. Like even just the Jared, was that a knee? It just kick to the leg.
That was like a freak injury, though.
That was a freak injury. And plus,
you know how many freak injuries this guy has had?
That's true.
So many. It's normal for him. It's not.
Let's not bring that up. Okay.
Well, let's bring up your pick and why let's bring up your pick then.
I think I got Uriah Hall. I'm just kidding. No. I got Anderson. Because dude, this is the last fight. if you want him to lose this fight, I think you're a jerk off. And you don't
Gilbert.
respect MMA. Okay. So I'll just set the precedent right now. I think Anderson Silva is going to win by flying scissor heel hook. No, I think there's gonna be a
like Kung Lee though. Kung Lee is so fucking good at that.
Yeah, like a Rio Chonin. But no, I think I see Anderson Silva just kind of picking him apart for 5 rounds. I think it'll be a good decision. I think he's just slicker. He has great head movement. He has a lot more tools in his bag, and he can fight like different styles. You know what I mean? So I just really feel that Anderson Silva fought higher competition. And I think this is a good matchup for him. But, Uriah Hall is always dangerous.
All right, here we go, Nick. So let me present something to all of you guys to think about. See, maybe you want to reverse your pick. Anderson Silva. I love Anderson Silva, but take a look at his record, all right? The guy has, in his past 8 fights, is 1-6-1.
That's good.
Does that play a factor into any of this? Is he motivated because of all those losses, or do you still see him pulling this out?
Wait.
And for Uriah Hall,
you said he's 6-1?
1-6-1.
Hey,
one win, 6 losses, 1 no contest.
Okay.
All right.
And then think about it. Uriah Hall, just
don't be a bummer.
Uriah
okay?
Hall.
Don't be a bummer.
I want him to win, but Uriah Hall, this is do or die for him. If he does not win this fight, he is cut, and his MMA career is probably done. Honestly.
Okay.
Unless
but
Bellator
look
picks
at the
him up
level
or
of
something like
competition that Uriah Hall has been fighting versus Anderson Silva.
That's a good.
Yeah, Uriah Hall fights in the UFC.
Okay, dude.
No. You have.
Now
That's what I wanted to say.
If you're gonna come strong, come strong. If you're gonna come strong.
Okay, let's look at the resume.
Dylan, you
Alright, pull it
have
up.
to yell too, bro. You gotta help us out. Just
Yeah. Come on, Dylan, back me up.
Dylan's like, I just want to be just a good guy. I say, boy.
I mean, to be totally fair, Nick's right. Like Anderson fought some serious fucking people, man.
Nick's
and,
right.
Honestly, like Uriah Hall and Alex is right too. And like this is a point that I didn't make, but that Uriah Hall, when he doesn't win an exchange, like it's very early in the fight too, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. Alex is absolutely right. Like his biggest win to date is Gegard Mousasi, right?
Yeah, the first one. He
did. Definitely the first one.
Yeah.
There's no way he beats that guy outside of that fluke knockout.
Yeah.
Ooh, I guess Gegard's not shopping at Superare.
No, that was a compliment. That was a compliment to Gegard.
Yeah,
but it's
just trying to get controversy right now.
And then he lost to Gegard after.
Yep.
Yeah, like he and I don't think he beats. Like honestly, I mean Uriah Hall will fuck me up 10 times to Sunday.
He'll fuck all of us up.
Yeah,
but I probably
that goes without being said.
But like,
all of us.
but if you're speaking in like the level the UFC, even at the prospect level, has, I think Uriah Hall hasn't evolved his skill as a past gatekeeper. Yeah. Personally,
I'm just saying Uriah Hall is also like 36. He's getting older. Sorry, Alex, I just cut you off.
Fuck, bro, I've been trying to talk.
Mine was quick.
Damn,
I know, but your shirt keeps opening up and everyone can see your nipples. So let's tighten that.
Let's see.
Alex, you gotta yell.
I know, bro. All right, but with the Anderson Silva thing, where you said his record, look at the people that he's lost to. Ready? His last 3 losses, just last 3. Jared Cannonier,
cool.
Israel Adesanya, Daniel Cormier. Those are the people that he loses to, bro.
Who's that? Oh, he's a great commentator, and that's all he's known for.
And even the Michael Bisping fight, that was a really close fight.
I thought Anderson won that, honestly, but
that was a really close fight. So that's another loss, bro. I love Michael Bisping actually, but no, I think like we were saying, Uriah Hall's good. I think he's a fighter I'll always watch because if he's on, he's exciting. He does cool stuff. Like the Paulo Costa fight was fun. It's just I think the level of competition Anderson's had. I think he knows this is his last fight. He's a championship. He's gonna stay. Mentally ready in this fight. I don't think he's gonna do too much of his like little taunting and everything like that. I think he wins this fight. Like, I don't want to say easily, but I think it's going to be almost a little one-sided.
All right, there you guys go. A lot of controversy between this. No one is picking Anderson Silva. All right, so let's move on to our next fight. We got our co-main, Andre Fili versus Bryce Mitchell. I believe Bryce Mitchell's that guy who fought to have camo pants on. And guess what? He's wearing camo pants. He's wearing camo pants. We got Andre Fili. So, Dylan, I come to you. Who do you got in this fight and why?
I think Bryce Mitchell's going to win.
Ooh,
I think
good
it's
pick.
Go to decision. I think he's going to just annihilate him on the ground.
I agree.
Personally.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you got on this one?
Well, Andre Fili's he's a great fighter. I think he's very well rounded, but you got to give it to Bryce Mitchell. I think Bryce Mitchell's going to pull this one out. He's a specialist. He has a path to victory. I think that's very clear. And I think for Andre Fili, if he can keep the fight standing, it's going to be very competitive. But Bryce Mitchell is just so relentless with his takedown attempts and just his grappling. It just so, like the way what he did to Charles Sosa in the last fight was just like, what the fuck is going on? I did not think he was going to be that high level, but he shows it over and over and over again. So I think it's a tough fight for Fili, and I think this is Bryce Mitchell's fight to win.
Alex, you and Andre Fili dress the same.
That's cool, but guess what? We don't think the same, baby, because Thug Nasty's taking this fucking fight.
Oh, shit.
Listen to this, bro. Bryce Mitchell goes and beats Matt Sells with a twister, right?
Yep.
Next fight with Charles Rosa. He's so dominant on the floor, literally almost lands a fucking twister again. That should show you how good this fucking guy is, right? Because I'm a black belt. I'm a 12th degree black belt in jiu-jitsu, so I know jiu-jitsu, right? So basically, that's the hardest move. I land those every Tuesday, but that's the hardest move to get.
Yeah, Tuesday, the day
why he's at work.
The day Anderson Silva doesn't come in, Tuesdays.
You hear this, Dylan? He's over here twistering your customers. What's going on here? Performance review over.
Alex, I had no idea you were a coral belt. That's crazy.
I'm out this world, bro. I just act like
I'm out this world.
No, for real. But all seriousness, though, I know I don't do jiu-jitsu really, but I know that a twister is one of the hardest things to
business deals in China
do, right? So like he almost lands 2 of them, right? His striking is actually not bad. He's good on the feet.
All right, we got your pick, man. You got Bryce Mitchell. We believe you.
So basically, there was this one time back when I was 14.
Shut up. All right, guys, our next fight, we got our middleweight fight between my boy Kevin Holland versus Mahmoud Muradov. Nick, who do you got in this one?
Man, Muradov?
Really?
Dude, no. Well, this guy's good, man. He's a Mayweather. He's a fighter out of the money team.
He's a jiu-jitsu player from the Mayweather gym. Cool.
Nah, seriously, no. He's a TMT fighter. So we'll see what's up. He has good hands. You know what I mean? He has good submissions too. But I think I like Kevin Holland.
I love Kevin Holland. Come on, dude.
I want to see him do well. I think he can pull this off. He's really tall and rangy. So I'm gonna go with my guy Kevin Holland. I want to see him do well. I want to see him climb the rankings.
Dylan, what do you like here? Kevin Holland, who's been making some waves. He lost his last fight. People thought he won his last fight, right? Or lost? Yeah, he won. Yeah, he won. He actually called out Chimaev, so he's got a little bit of steam behind him. And we also got that new guy from the Mayweather camp. Who do you like this? I guess somewhat vet or the new dude?
I like Kevin Holland. I think he has like an absurd reach advantage over this guy.
Crazy.
Like an absurd one. And if as long as he uses it well, this I can't say his fucking name. The other guy.
MM.
MM. I don't think he'll be able to utilize any of his jiu-jitsu. Also, I personally think as long as Kevin Holland can just utilize his reach, I think it'll be a very dominant decision.
I agree. Alex, give me your take on this.
Honestly, I think Kevin Holland's going to submit him. Kevin Holland's ground game, if you guys remember his first fights, I think he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu or either a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Like he actually has really good groundwork. So I think his long ranginess is going to help him on the floor. I think he'll probably rock him up top.
Good word.
Because Team Pacquiao all day. I don't know about this Floyd Mayweather
shit.
stuff. But Kevin Holland's going to win.
There you go.
I didn't realize that Kevin Holland was a brown belt under Alexander Acosta.
Yeah, bro. I give him. Nick's a brown belt under me. Gilbert's a former white belt.
That's crazy because I'm a purple belt. That's wild.
Yeah, it's weird. Right now.
Did you just promote me right now?
Yeah.
You just promoted me on live,
dude. That's crazy. Do the ceremony. Wrap the belt around the neck.
I have your belt. You have to go. You have to go buy it yourself. That happened to us yesterday. Remember, Dylan? I'm gonna promote.
Oh, that was crazy to me.
I'm gonna promote you, but you have to go buy your own belt.
All right, let's get to our next fight. Alex, give me your quick pick for Maurice Green and your boy, Greg Hardy.
All right. I hate to do it, but I think Greg Hardy's knocking out Maurice Green.
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Maurice
Green just beat Gian Vellante, one of the greatest light heavyweights of our generation.
So,
I mean, Gian Vellante was kind of looking good, bro. And Gian Vellante's homies with Dylan and all them, bro.
Ooh.
Gian
Vellante also tapped to like high blood pressure in that fight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Hey,
I don't like him at heavyweight. I like him at 205. He was great at 205.
dude, I love Gian. Like, truthfully, as a human being, he's the nicest and also like one of the most wild human beings. But he also asked me to grab a drink once 2 weeks before he fought Shogun. So like,
2 weeks?
yeah, so like,
What a New Yorker, this guy.
Oh, dude, he is like one of the sweetest humans. Like, been a big supporter. Like, even before I was involved in Superare for like when it was just my brother. So I got nothing but love for the guy. I do, but that dude, when he lost his last fight to the guy who's fighting
Maurice
Greg
Green.
Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. Please forgive me.
You're fine.
I don't think that if he was in better shape or if he would have fought anyone else that night, that Maurice Green would have won.
yeah.
That was so. To be fair, not that it was my turn to make the pick, but I also.
No, it's your
agree with
turn.
Alex. Oh,
Run
is
this
it? Fuck yeah, dude, Greg Hardy. I think Greg Hardy's also. I think Greg Hardy has been trying really hard to improve, and I think it shows. I think he's going to chop him apart at the legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to knock him out. I would say 3 minutes 24 seconds in the second round.
Missed it.
I got
shit.
first round. I didn't give my exact. I got first round knockout, bro.
Yeah, but Dylan sold me on the leg kicks. I think that's going to be the key, the leg kicks. He's going to want to show something different in this fight for everyone. Nick, who do you got?
I hate to be boring, but I think I agree with Alex and Dylan. And what's your pick, Gilbert? Go ahead.
Screw you guys. I was saying this from the beginning. I don't like Greg Hardy. I think he's going to crumble under pressure. Vellante all day,
domestic
baby.
Gian Vellante comes in.
all day, baby. He's going to come in. He's going to go, hey, Maurice Green, remember this? Pop. Greg Hardy, guillotine. He's going to be like, Long Island all day. And then L.I. Quinta comes out and starts promoting his real estate agency. And Chris Weidman comes out. So, it's going to go crazy, bro. All right, Bobby Green. And we got Thiago. I don't want to mess up that last name, so we'll say Thiago M. Moisha. All right, Dylan, who you got?
Bobby Green, man, he's on a 5-fight win streak. I like his hair.
You mean
I think it goes.
You like his tattoos? You mean?
No one who fights professionally has good tattoos.
That's
I mean, his
true.
head
Connor
is
has the
tattoos.
best
He
one.
doesn't.
Connor has the best one.
Does Bobby Green? You mean he like his beard, right? He doesn't have hair on the top.
Oh
of his head.
yeah. His
The
beard.
three little-
Yeah.
His beard's cool. But he's also on a 5-fight win streak. They're mostly decisions. So I do think that this fight's going to go to decision, but I do think he's
Wow.
going to win. I think he's going to be a
Dylan's on
dude.
top of it.
I do think he's going to be a dude. Oh, I did my research before I got on here. I
Don't say
think
that. You just knew all this.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I think Bobby Green's going to be a dude to watch out for, man. Like, period.
100. Nick, give me your quick pick on this.
You already know. I'm always
Bobby
rooting for
Green,
Bobby
baby.
Green.
Bobby
He's the
Green.
man, dude. He's one of the nicest guys ever. And
right.
yeah, I want to
Good
see
to
him
know.
win. Yeah, no, he's such a nice guy, dude. Really nice guy.
Alex,
Very
why don't you
handsome,
share,
too.
Why
What
don't
were
you
you
share, Alex? Why don't you share your terrible experience with Bobby Green, where he cut you in traffic?
Yeah, like we was driving and like a honk.
Shut up, man. Who do you got? Who do you got?
Last time we had Bobby on a fight card, I was going for him. I'm getting a little nervous about how active he's getting because each fight has looked a little slower.
You're trusting not enough rest. Not enough rest.
Thiago
between
is
fights.
good.
Not enough sleep.
I do think Bobby's gonna win though a decision. I think this is gonna be the hardest fight out of all these 4 that he's had within the last 4 months though. Because Thiago's good, but he has lost and it's a lot of decisions. So that means sometimes if it's not going his way, he's not putting it together right. He can't fix it throughout the fight. So I think Bobby Green is good everywhere. He's a veteran, like we talked about last time. So I think he will win this fight. This one's the fight that I'm the most nervous about, though, because he's been super active and he isn't the youngest guy in the world, and he's fought. He's fought a lot. So
all right,
Bobby
ageism.
Green.
Let's end on that. Ageism
Jeez,
is
man.
a key factor in Alex's decision. Guys, I hope you enjoyed our picks. I hope that helped you. Honestly, I feel like people are used to Nick, Alex, and me just saying BS and getting all our picks wrong. I feel like Dylan provided some of the best, I would say, fight analysis today.
He brought the tone. He set the tone.
He set the tone that we should probably do more research before this stuff and stop talking about Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey every week. That's all we talk about. It's just those 2 fighters. The covers.
That's all MMA is.
Yeah, it's just those 2. Also, guys, Guess what? That item we talked about at the beginning of the show, the giveaway, is sponsored by your boy at Dylan Superare from his shop, Superare. Dylan, just what's the address? Because a lot of our fans here are LA based. What is the address of that location, and where can they go to purchase stuff online?
Well, our Los Angeles location is at 7306 Melrose Avenue, which is on Melrose between Poinsettia and Fuller. And then you can go to superareshop.com and buy everything if you'd like.
Online.
Help me pay Alex.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what this show's about. This
And
sponsorship.
we have new gloves. We have a whole new drop coming on the 30th.
Oh,
Picture right
yeah.
here. Put the
Horsehair
picture
leather.
right here.
All new gloves, Italian leather, baby. Let's get it.
I didn't realize we were going to end so quickly. Can we talk about just for 2 seconds how exciting it is that Michael Chandler is finally in the fucking UFC?
Let's get it. Hey, Dylan, I'm with you. These two don't care about Michael Chandler.
Get the fuck
Yeah!
out of here.
Fuck you guys! That's what I'm saying. Chandler, tell him, Dylan, tell him, Dylan, tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth.
Hey,
listen.
I saw Michael Chandler knock down Primus on 1 foot in real life. I was there at that fight. Like, that guy is nothing short of a complete and total animal. Have you seen him do a launching chin up, catch a medicine ball midair, then throw it back to his trainer, and then finish the chin up, and then do it?
And then adopt a child from Africa. Can you do that, Nick?
Was he from Africa? Was he from Africa, though?
Yes.
Or are we generalizing? What's going on, dude?
It doesn't matter. He
Get
adopts
your
children.
information- Yeah.
Dude.
No, Michael Chandler is a very great personality. I like the guy a lot. I follow his Instagram page. I like him.
Okay.
So that clears my name. There's a difference between not caring, like you say, that he goes to the UFC, and then having different opinions.
No,
on
stop
who
it.
you
Stop
think
backtracking.
in the
'Cause
UFC.
Dylan showed you.
Very
Dylan came on
different.
here and
Very
shoved in your
different.
face. Michael Chandler, I love you. Unfollow Nick on Instagram. Go ahead.
He doesn't follow me. That's
Can I-
fine. But follow me and then unfollow me. Get
Can
my
I,
hopes up and
can
then,
I say
and
two
then
things?
tear me
Actually,
down.
can I say
You
two
get
things?
one thing because we're running out of time, Alex.
All right.
You get
I
one thing.
actually don't care that he's in the UFC and he loses to everybody in the top 15.
Great, you lost your job at Superare. Anyways, what we're doing. So, guys, fill out the application on superare.com for a new sales associate. If you do have Best Buy Geek Squad experience, that's a plus. Guys, give a round of applause for Dylan. Dylan, that was awesome. We'll have you back on, man. You're a dope,
that
dude.
would be a lot of fun. That would be so much fun.
And have more stories for us because we
yo,
want to
dude.
hear more.
All right, Dylan, peace. We love you, man.
Guys,
Take it
thank
easy,
you for
buddy.
having
See
me.
you Friday.
And I'll see
Have
you
a
tomorrow.
wonderful day, guys.
You
Peace.
too,
I'll
bro.
See you tomorrow, Alex. I love you.
All right, love you
Wear that
too.
shirt.
I will.
All right, guys. Thanks to Dylan, who is also our sponsor for this giveaway we're about to do right now. You made it this far in the show, so get what? You get a prize. So how this giveaway is going to work is we'll be explaining now. Alex, tell the folks what Super Rare, our sponsor for this episode, is giving away. Go.
Giving away the new Bangarang Super Rare collab Bruce Lee Spider-Man comic book shirt.
Oh, look at right here, guys. Take a look at this shirt. Look at this shirt. Nick, how do we win this shirt?
So all you have to do is comment below on who you think is going to win between Uriah Hall or Anderson Silva, and then like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on that notification bell.
And just for some extra credit, we have another question, a fun one brought to you by Nick. Alex, go ahead.
If you were going to ship something in the world, if you were going to ship some CBD rub, which part of the earth would you send it to?
What the fuck? All right. If you can decipher that question and answer it, we may throw in a second shirt from Nick's closet. So, guys,
This one.
right down below. Once again, guys, thank you for being here. We love you so much. Make sure you follow Nick at
nicktheear@gmail.com.
Alex at,
LIFFGODD on everything.
and you can follow We Out Here MMA on Instagram at We Out Here MMA for all the news from us. And also get all your CDC, Corona, COVID-19 updates at Gilbert's. Guys, we love you so much. Peace.
Tell like a big clout.